Hello. I appreciate you all having me this morning. It's an honor to be here with a lot of Christian conservatives who are willing to take up the mantle to make Bexar County a better place to live for our children, right? So for those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Carlos Dela Cruz. I am a husband. I am a father of a 17-year-old daughter. I'm a veteran, and I've owned a small business right here in San Antonio. And the reason that I'm running for Congress is because I'm not done fighting for my country. And I sure do believe from the bottom of my heart that Washington can use some of that discipline that I've learned in the military through the 20 years that I've been in the military. That's been missing for a long, long time. So,
thank you for your service.
Yes, no, I appreciate it. All that to say, right now, Congressional District 35, it's an honor to have made it this far. It was a pretty crowded race, as Rob could probably attest to, but we had 11 people in our race, and so we had to get through our primary, we had to get through a runoff. As you guys, most of y'all probably know, I had to beat out a sitting state representative. And as you can imagine, that took out a lot of our resources to get here. So we have to refill the coffers, if you will. Now, my opponent, more so the DCCC that's backing him, has already put in a $2.5 million ad buy here in San Antonio that's just waiting for us in October to pop off. And so we know that we're staring down the barrel of a gun, and we have to be ready for whatever they have to say. Now, lucky for me, I guess, this is the very first time I am running for office, so I don't have a lot of baggage. I don't have a voting record. I've lived a pretty conservative Christian life my entire life, so I don't think there's one thing that they can go and say, look what he did, you know what I mean? So what are they gonna really say? They're gonna say Trump bad, they're gonna say tariffs too high, maybe gas prices, cost of living kind of stuff. So we just gotta make sure that our message is tight and that we can push the fact that if we don't win and the radicals get in and they're pushing these Democrat socialists, like you're seeing a lot of them pop up around the country, we're going to be in a world of hurt. And right now, the Dems are out fundraising us pretty much across the board. You can probably attest to this, but look at Ken Paxton's race. Talarico, he raised like $10 million. And I think Ken Paxton probably raised maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. So it's ugly out there. So we're gonna need to make sure that we get as much resources as we can possibly get so that we have the firepower to throw down range and actually win this race. So I'll leave it at that. I'll open it up for a few questions. But before I do, I just wanna make sure that I definitely get with you for the Joshua Initiative. So if there's any way that I can get in front of your guys' organization, I would absolutely love that. So with that, please.
What's happening in CD 35 and the major issue, obviously it involves a military base as well, and majority of it is in Bexar County, but some of it extends south of Bexar County. Yeah. What are you seeing?
Yeah, good question. So I'll tell you right now, the district itself does favor Republicans. As you know, this is a newly drawn seat. It's an open seat that, if you're looking at it point-wise, it's about an R+3 based off some recent polling that we did, okay? R+3, that's within the margin of error of about 4 points, one way or the other, okay? Still favors us, it leans our way, it's likely gonna be an R, but we've gotta make sure we're doing the things that we have to do to actually run across the finish line successfully. So all that to say, does anybody in here know who my opponent is? Just by show of hands, don't say the name. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anybody else? Nobody. Okay, that's good. I'm happy about that, okay? But it really doesn't matter. The DCCC is just throwing money from outside the state into the race because they just want their body to get in there, right? So they can go and take down the Trump administration. And so I'll tell you who he is. His name is Johnny Garcia. He is a deputy Bexar County sheriff, and you have to treat law enforcement with the respect it deserves. Okay, absolutely. We love our law enforcement. I will just say, there's some things about that Johnny, and I'll just mention one right here. He ended up losing his issued firearm while on duty, not once, but twice, okay? And when I say losing, it's just never been recovered. So, this is the kind of guy that we're dealing with. So, positive for us, we're really happy about that. I happen to be a veteran, and we do live in Military City, USA, as you mentioned, and so veterans are near and dear to my heart. I even had the Secretary, Doug Collins, come into town just recently, where we had brought in the VFW, we brought in the American Legion, and just a lot of key people within the veteran communities to sort of rally up behind us. So we're really excited about that. We also had, who's Secretary RFK Jr. Come into town on our behalf. And here in the future, no date set, but we'll probably have the Speaker of the House come in. So real excited about the momentum that we got coming our way. We just got to keep running. So.
And how do people find you?
Carlos for Congress, it's pretty simple, and I've got Shrey back there, he's on our team. As a matter of fact, we just stood up our headquarters. We're in Converse, is that correct? So we're in Converse. So I've been in DC this week, so my team's been kind of setting that up. But we should have a grand opening probably the 1st of August, somewhere around there. So look out for that invite. We'd love to have you.
So one of the things you did, Carlos, and I appreciate it, you allowed Sherry Ettinger, who's running for NEISD Board of Trustees Place 3, to use your Place 7, for Madison High School cluster area, to use your block walking app, I believe, and so appreciate you doing that. How are you helping local candidates while you're running for CD 35?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my team it has been reaching out to a few of them. Right now, I think we've got one on the books where we're doing some meet and greets. I think we've got Borrego that we're going to do here next week, and so any sort. We got to make sure that we focus on our race. I definitely want to make sure I can do what I can to lift all ships. But if it's jumping on our app, so we can kind of coordinate, the houses that absolutely have to hit in order to kind of win, then so be it. But I'll make sure my campaign manager, Jordan Pollock is his name, will reach out to those who actually need the help. So
awesome.
Be more than happy to do that.
One more comment on that in support of Carlos. I want to reiterate what he said about the newly redistricted CD 35. If you look at the rural counties of CD 35, Carlos is in pretty good shape. So now let's look at ourselves in Bexar County. We have a real opportunity to secure a conservative Republican to win CD 35. It was redistricted for that purpose so that we could secure the House. So we've really got to get on it here in Bexar County. Our friends out in Wilson County, Karnes County, Guadalupe County, and I know Guadalupe County for sure, they're all behind Carlos. I believe the rural counties, Wilson and Karnes, are too, but we here in Bexar County, we really got to get behind Carlos.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. I'll tell you that in the primary, the percentage of voters that come out was about 60% from my rural counties, Karnes, Wilson, and Guadalupe, and 40% came from Bexar County. In the general, unfortunately, that number flips. So it goes 60% Bexar County, and then the rest in the rural. Now, which is why we ended up putting our headquarters right here in Bexar County. We know where we have to either keep the ground that we've already made, but we have to keep pushing, right? I was this morning down on the south side. As you guys know, south side's a little bit more lighter blue, maybe the darker blue, right? And so I was at Don Pedro's trying to stump for myself. So I got to make sure that I'm bringing everybody, along with me. So.
Carlos, do you know James Barnes?
Say again, sir?
Do you know James Barnes?
Doesn't ring a bell, no, sir.
Okay, he's with us. He's
Okay.
head of our data. We know who votes and how they vote
Okay.
all over the county. So you need to touch base with James Barnes. If you will give me your card, I'll see you gets it.
Absolutely. We'll definitely exchange some details, sir.
That's
Have
for
you
all
a quick
the rest
question?
of you
Yeah,
too.
just real quick, so what overlap do you have in the Bexar County District 35? Where does it overlap?
Yeah, so just if I can kind of describe it visually,
Roughly.
1604 north, right? So
Okay.
everything, okay, 1604, 281,
Right.
Thousand Oaks area, and I'm gonna kind of go to the right here. If this is downtown, we got Thousand Oaks,
Right.
just north of the airport, and then we're gonna go towards Live Oak. We
Okay.
got Selma,
Okay.
we've got Universal City, we got Converse. We kind of wrap around towards St. Hedwig, Elmendorf,
Okay. Okay.
Harlandale,
Got it.
and all the way just shy of Lytle.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so it's a huge
But
jump.
it wraps around downtown.
Wraps around downtown,
Yes.
it's blue in there.
Yeah, no, I
Too blue.
understand, I understand. That's funny.
But you know, unfortunately, I miss the Dominion. I miss Alamo Heights.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's some good donor money in there, but
Yeah, but thank you, that helps.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
yes, sir.
Carlos De La Cruz for CD 35.